Hey guys, what's going on? Josh Simpson here, coming back with another video. Today we are talking about deloading, what it is, and more. Coming up. Let's go. Okay, you may be asking, what is deloading? Why should you do it? And it doesn't have any benefits. Well, I'm here to tell you and really ask you, have you ever plateaued before? Because if you have, it might be a suggestion to add in deloading. If you've been training for any length of time, say up to about a year, if you've been training for a year or more, you've probably plateaued. Maybe even less than that if you've been training for 6 months. You've really, probably 6 months or longer, you've plateaued before, probably. You get in those first few, they say within the first, 12 weeks, it varies based on the science. But you get what's called newbie gains when you first start training. But at some point in time, probably 6 months to a year down the road, you start to plateau where you're not able to make the gains anymore. You're not able to increase it. When we talk plateauing, I'm talking mostly in this case as strength, not necessarily physical or mental. We're talking purely strength. So let's use the bench press as an example. If you're constantly hitting, say you start with the bar which is 45 pounds, and you're beginning there, and you're able to hit 3 or 4 sets of 10 reps at 95 pounds. You start increasing weight, you're up to 130, and you hit that. Now the way that if you went bro science and trained it in that way, you would probably be doing 4 sets of 10 every week. Hopefully increasing the weight every week and expecting that. Like I did. That's how I started. Now here, I hope that you can learn from me and not make the same mistakes. So, why should you deload? And how do you incorporate it? Well, I recommend doing a progression system where you're not always training 4 sets of 10. You're not always training at 90% of your 1 rep max or 80%. Another question is, what is a 1 rep max or 1 RM? That is a calculated, most of the time, and occasionally we test that, a calculated maximum weight for 1 rep. Or 1 rep max. Now, when I test every 3 to 4 months, and I use a progression system where I'm not always training at 90 or 80%. I get down to 55 to 65 during deload weeks. Most of the time, if I'm not, I'm working up to my max, or I get real heavy about 90, 95, and then I deload, and I'll build up. It depends. I don't structure my own programming. I have someone else who does that. But what I can tell you is that deloading allows your body to rest, decompress, and allow it to get rest. Rest is so important. That's a lot of times, if you're not getting adequate rest, you'll plateau. Plateau is not being able to increase, not able to progress. Now, you shouldn't be looking to increase weight every week. If you're using a progression system, your weight and 1 rep maxes are changing week to week until you get to that end. You're probably at 80 to 90%. Maybe up to 95%, then you deload, then after the week after deloading, you've allowed your body to fully rest, then you go and test those 1 rep maxes. that's going to be the most beneficial way to get the most bang for your buck when testing 1 max. If you were at a high percentage and then went straight into your maxes would be lower than if you deloaded and then tested. You know, we need breaks, our body needs to rest. Our central nervous system gets overtaxed and overused when we're always pushing heavy weight. Now, you're not always doing bench press every day. So, I mean, you feel your lower back a lot when you're doing squats and deadlift. You're going to feel it getting sore. That has something to do with your central nervous system. Now, I'm not here claiming that I know all the information. I don't. You can probably tell. I don't know all the information. But what I do know is that allowing your system to rest allows your central nervous system, your CNS, to recover. And ultimately, you come back after deloading, you're going to come back bigger and stronger. Or at least stronger. And over time, you get bigger. Alright. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Leave a comment down below, and see what should you say. Tell me what you want to see more, topics, things you want me to cover, information, and then don't forget to smash that like button.